Okay, hello YouTube. Just get the TikTok stream up and running. Okay, and we are live. Lovely jubbly. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit quiet. There we go. Okay, hello everybody. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, welcome back. It's Thursday, and it's been a long time since we did a Thursday stream. But you know what it is? It's Factorio. I'm going to be diving back into Factorio Space Age today. I'm looking forward to this. It's been a long time. I think the last Factorio stream we did was in April. So it's been nearly 4 months since we last played Factorio on stream. And I haven't played it really off stream, so we're really just diving back in at the deep end, you know. But we'll get started in just a few moments. We've got a lot to do. I did pop in just for 5 minutes this morning just to check, see what we were going to actually be doing in the stream, and there's quite a lot of work to be getting on with. But we'll get to that in a moment. How is everyone? How's everyone's week been? Okay, we'll give it another minute or so before we actually start. Well, actually, we might as well just dive on in. Let's go. So here we are. We're on Vulcanus. If you haven't been keeping up to date with my Factorio streams, in the last stream, which was way back in April, we touched down on the planet Vulcanus. And we're currently stuck here. We can't get back to our home planet, Nauvis, because we don't have a rocket. Did you get the game refunded, Cesty? Yes, I did get a refund for Roadcraft after yesterday's stream. But yeah, so basically, we need to get back to Nauvis. This is our starting planet. This is where our main base is. And as you can see, I mean, there's literally thousands of iron plates here just on the floor. All of our production chains are backed up. Things are not going too well. At least there's no danger of a nuclear meltdown. There's no problem with the reactor. That was my main concern, is that something might happen to the nuclear reactor and we wouldn't be able to do anything because we're on a different planet right now. But yeah, everything's backed up. Nothing's really working as it should. There's this whole mess here. We really need to try and get back to Nauvis, but we are stuck on Vulcanus, and the space platform has been severely damaged. All of the components that are highlighted in light blue have been completely destroyed. So I'd say like 60% of the space platform has been destroyed by these big asteroids that just keep on coming in. So we really need to build a rocket silo, start launching rockets up to the space station so we can start repairing it, and then we're going to launch ourselves up and hopefully get back to Nauvis. That's the plan. How'd you get on with Roadcraft? My battery died yesterday, says JK. I refunded it, JK. I got my money back. Didn't enjoy it at all. Sorry to all the Roadcraft fans out there, but I just did not have a good experience with it at all. And because I'd only played it for 90 minutes, I was eligible for a Steam refund. which I applied for. I got my 28 quid back. So, but anyway, so we have now got, well, we've got a production plant here for blue chips, but we are currently having to manually feed the green chips in, so we need to get some belts to bring those up here. We are producing electric engines, but again, we need to feed in some pipes. Well, we need to feed in basically all of the engine ingredients here. And then, what else do we need for a rocket silo? We also need 1,000 steel, 1,000 concrete, and 100 iron plates. The iron plates are easy, and we do have concrete and steel production down here. There we go. This here is filling up with concrete, and that's fully automated. And this one over here is already full to the brim with steel. So we're alright for steel and concrete. This is where our green chips are being produced, so we do need some belts to take those up to the blue chip production place. Okay. Now, the problem is we can't just run a belt up the side here because there are rocks in the way, and we don't have any rock clearing equipment, which means any belt that does go up there is going to have to snake its way through the rock here. Can we put some there? Nope. Oh god, this is... in theory, we could move the pipe, because I think the pipe is... I think the path that the pipe's on... No, never mind, that's blocked as well. Okay, so we're going to have to do just a really long squiggly belt that goes all the way around the outside here. What's the game you're playing right now instead of Roadcraft? This game is called Factorio Space Age. For those of you who don't know, by the way, the name of the game that I'm playing is always directly above my heads. It is right there. Okay, we got some belts. Do you play any girly games? Yeah, I play Factorio. It's a really girly game. Farming Sim, that's a girly game. Euro Truck is a girly game. They're all girly games because I'm a girl and I play them. Therefore, they must be girly games. Why did you not change your name? Says FOMO. Because I like my name. I like my birth name. I mean, now you don't have Roadcraft. What game is replacing Roadcraft? Oh, right, yeah. So Roadcraft was just a one-off stream anyway. It wasn't supposed to be a series. So there's going to be there isn't anything going to be happening on Wednesdays. Okay, this is where it gets a bit tricky, because we are just going to have to snake our way around the rocks here. Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. And round this side. Oh, not there. There. Do you play Flight Sim? I don't really know. I'm not a big fan of Flight Sim. I just don't like planes. I've never really been interested in planes. Okay, let me just go and grab some more iron plates. Any iron plates about, by any chance? Oh yeah, there's plenty here. Ooh, that'll do. And then we can make some more belts. Okay, what I'm going to do is we'll put a chest here, I guess. Wait, no, I'm not sure. Ah, okay, better idea. Let's just... I didn't mean to pick that up. Let me put that back down again. You making red chips? There we go. So what if we move this chest to here and load the green chips into that? There we go. Okay, so that's automated now. Oh, wait, no, it's not. There's still the plastic and copper wire. Lovely. Okay, so are we actually producing plastic? I think we are. But I can't see where. That's tungsten carbide. Okay. Is that fully automated? It is. Why is it not doing anything? Oh, the tungsten ore's not automated. Yeah, right, okay. I remember. So, if we look on the map here, all of these red areas are very dangerous, and there is no tungsten ore in the spawn area. We have to go to the more dangerous outer areas to get tungsten. Unfortunately, if we go out there, there are giant lava worms, which will kill us to death. We don't want that. We can, let's take a quick trip out there in the tank, and see if we can just grab a few pieces. But we really don't have the weaponry to fight against the lava worms at the minute. I mean, this tank will do nothing to it. We need artillery, really. Because they're absolutely huge. Okay, I see... Okay, lava lake here. We'll go around that. Hi, Dagger. How you doing? Right, okay, we're in dangerous territory now. There's lava everywhere. There will be a giant lava worm any minute. Will show its face. Can't see it on the map right now, so we've got a bit of respite. But here's the tungsten. Let's pop down the mining drill and see if we can mine a little bit of it. I think they're attracted by the drilling, though. I think as soon as we get the drills working, that's going to attract one of them. So we can't leave the drill running for too long. You'll notice that it's segmented as well. Like there's these like thick red borders show you the edge of each zone, and there's one Leviathan per zone. So once you've killed it, that zone is like permanently cleared. So what we really need to do, like I say, we need to get some artillery or some like really heavy weaponry and kill the Leviathan in this area, and then we'll be able to freely mine tungsten here without worrying about it. I can't see it around, though. I wonder where it's gone. It will probably show up dramatically any moment and threaten our lives. Where is it? This is suspicious. I've never seen this game before. Looks cool, says Adro. It is really cool, Adro. Really great game. It's a bit pricey, but it is absolutely worth it. I mean, if you check the Steam reviews, it's reviewed as overwhelmingly positive, both recent reviews and all time. It's such an addictive game. Once you start playing it, you will really, really enjoy it. What game and price? The game's called Factorio. It costs £30. Which might seem like a lot, but you will get your money back within a few hours, because as soon as you start playing it, you won't stop. It is so addictive. And also, it has never been on sale. There is a free demo, but the game itself has never been on sale. It has always been the exact same price, and everyone who's ever bought it has agreed that it's a great fucking game. It's worth that price, trust me. That it is on Steam, yes. Okay, I'm a little bit suspicious right now because there's no worm. Where's the worm? Where's Wormy? He's normally turned up by now. We've got over a stack of tungsten and he's not showed his face yet. Space platform's still getting damaged. I mean, I actually don't think we're going to be able to build the rocket in time to save this space platform. We might just have to build a new one from scratch, because I think this one will be completely destroyed by the time we get up there. How long have you been playing the game for, says STFC? I got the game in 2022, I believe. And it is my third most played game on Steam. I've got... Hang on, I can check actually. I've got Steam open. I've got about 400 hours in this game. Just for clarity, my first most played game is Train Simulator, and my second most played game is Euro Truck. Liam's on Factorio says, is the second one worth playing? I've only played the third one. The second what, Liam? Okay. I'm still suspicious that the worm hasn't turned up yet. I missed Oddworld Wednesday, says Jax. I played Roadcraft yesterday, Jax, and it wasn't very good. I got a refund. But I play Oddworld on Sundays now. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I'm currently playing Abe's Odyssey. Have I, like, turned the difficulty down or something without realising it? Because where is the worm? It should be here by now. But no, because you can't change the difficulty when you're in the game, as far as I'm aware. Something's happened. Something's happened, because the worms have all disappeared. Oh, the sun's gone down, though, so we are no longer mining. I guess we'll pack up and head back to base then. We got quite a bit of tungsten there. Be enough to produce a bit of tungsten carbide. Okay, here we go. Now, I need to be very careful with the tank near the base, because it can quite easily destroy everything. Like that. I just ploughed straight into a steam engine there and completely demolished it. And we don't have a spare, so let me just craft one of those real quick. Have you heard of the game Peak on Steam? I have, yes. Oh, I've been peaking with my friends. We've been playing a lot of Peak recently. Really loving it. What a great game. Such a simple concept, but really, really well executed. What game is this, says Sven? This is Factorio Space Age, Sven. Okay, we have now run out of copper cables and plastic. Well, we've got a little bit of plastic left, but it does mean we're no longer producing blue processing units. Oh shit, I didn't realise we'd already provided the other ingredients for the rocket silo. We literally just need these blue chips now, so all we need is a bit more copper cable, pretty much. I'm just wondering, could this belt has only got stuff on one side of it? Could we, like, load the copper cable onto the other side of the belt, maybe? Like, surely there's got to be some spare copper cable here. If we were to run... Okay, I've got an idea. If we were to run this belt up to here, and then pop this there... 2 loaders. This has been on my Steam wishlist for ages, says Jamie. Get it, Jamie. Honestly, you will not regret it. This is literally one of the most addictive games I've ever played. It's so... Once you get into it and you understand how everything works, it does have a little bit of a learning curve, but once you get into it, you can't put it down, you know? I've only played Satisfactory. Is Factorio worth playing, says TFC? Yeah, definitely. I haven't played Satisfactory, but I know that a lot of people have described Satisfactory as being Factorio, but 3D. So I think, you know, if you like one, you're bound to like the other. I've been playing Timberborn recently, so good. Which one's Timberborn, Jamie? I probably do know what you mean, but you'll have to jog my memory. The city bit. Oh, that, yeah. Oh, I haven't played that, but definitely I think I'd enjoy it. I think I should check that out. Right, so we got a slight problem here. We're not actually producing enough copper. Like, it's all being taken by the green circuit machine here. Is there a way we could move it down a bit? Let's see. See, if we produce it here... Ah, actually, this is perfect. If we produce the copper cable here, then it can load out onto the belt there. Copper cable. Oh shit, there's no power to that inserter. Sorry about the messy pylons. There we go. We're producing copper cable. So the only other thing we need now is plastic. Where do we automate plastic? Aha! Here. Oh, we have got automated plastic as well. We just need a belt to take this around to the other side. Oh, we got rock... Wait. Cannon shells? Did I kill the giant worm in the last stream? I might have actually killed it already. It's been so long since we played this, I forget what we actually did in the last stream. But clearly we set up an explosive cannon production facility here. I think we might have actually killed the worm in that sector in the last stream. In which case, we don't need this anymore. We don't need any more dynamite. What we do need is to take this down here. Ah, I've got another good idea. If we were to do this... Hold on. There we go. Now we can get the green circuits and the plastic on the same belt. Is this a one-off or going to be every 2 weeks? It's hopefully going to be every 2 weeks, STFC. I've always wanted this to be a permanent game on the channel. Like, I've always wanted this to be a game that I play regularly. But every time I try to get back into it, just something gets in the way, and it ends up not going as planned. But yeah, I've always intended for this to be a permanent, you know, permanently on the schedule, and hopefully it will be going forwards. Okay, I'm going to filter these so that the plastic gets sent in one direction and only the green circuits go into that chest. So the plastic's going to go up here instead to another chest. And this machine should start working again now. Or not. Oh, the copper cable. Oh, shit, the copper cable. Hold on, hold on. Chest there. Loader there. Loader there. Oh, this is going to be messy. It's going to be a very messy factory here, but as long as it works, right? That's the main thing. Okay, so I want you to take only copper cable. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. It's working. Yes. Okay, we're producing red circuits again. Thank God for that. And because we're producing red circuits, that means we're also going to be producing blue circuits. That's what we really need. We need 100 more of these to make the rocket silo. Then we need to build the actual rocket, which is going to be a whole other can of worms, you know. Oh, it's going to take us ages. Like I say, I don't think we're going to get to the space station in time to repair it. I mean, the damage is getting worse and worse. I think it's going to be completely destroyed by the time we get a rocket built. Which isn't a problem, because we can build another space station, but... I mean, look at all this science up here that we're going to lose. Actually, maybe I'll do a drop. Maybe we'll drop the science here, just so that if the space station gets destroyed, we're going to lose all of those science packs. So if I just get them sent down here, and we'll stick them in a chest somewhere, then at least, you know, if the station does get destroyed, we're not going to lose anything. Okay, it's landed up there. Have you played House Flipper, says STFC? I have played House Flipper, yeah. Wasn't really for me, to be honest. I can see the appeal, but just wasn't really my cup of tea. Okay, we got some science packs, so I'm just going to dump these in a chest. Why are we not producing tungsten carbide, by the way? Oh, shit, I put the tungsten ore in the wrong chest. It was supposed to be in the top chest. And then the finished tungsten carbide goes into the bottom chest. Okay, that explains that little problem. Okay, science packs in there. What is tungsten carbide for, actually? I forget. What are we producing this for? Oh, we need it for metallurgic science. Well, that makes sense. Where do I download this game? It's on Steam, Leo, although you can also buy it from their website, which I think is just factorio.com. But, you know, might as well go for the Steam version, honestly. Okay, let's have a quick look at the science tree. That might give us some idea of what to do next. Low-density structure productivity. Wait, what? Yeah, that uses metallurgic science. Oh, asteroid reprocessing? Interesting. Cliff explosives. Cliff explosives would be really handy, honestly, because we could do with demolishing some of these cliffs here. I mean, look at this belt. We've had to put this belt snaking all the way around because it can't go straight through the cliffs. I think cliff explosives would be a good thing to research. The thing is, we can't do any research until we get back to Nauvis, because we don't have any of the other science packs up here. We need to get the metallurgic science packs back to Nauvis rather than getting those over here. Which is why we're building the rocket. You know, that's what all this is in aid of. So I guess we just need to wait on the rocket, to be honest. What else can we automate right now? Oh, coal. Why are we not getting any coal in? Oh shit, there's no coal left? We've mined all of it. Okay. Fortunately, we do have loads of coal here already, so I can just put this in a chest and get that to load in. What's the difference between Space Age and the base game? So Space Age adds in 4 new planets that you can go to. This is one of the new planets called Vulcanus. It is a massive expansion. It's basically like a second game because of the amount of extra content that's there. And it transforms the base game as well. But yeah, it adds in 4 new planets. There's Vulcanus, which is a volcanic planet. There's Fulgora, which is a swamp planet. There's Glacio, which is an ice planet. And there's Aquilo. I'm not actually sure what Aquilo is. A freezing wasteland with bottomless oceans of liquid ammonia that cannot be landfilled. Precarious icebergs are the closest thing to solid ground and can be extended with floating ice platforms. Well, that sounds delightful. Oh, there isn't a planet called Glacier. That's the ice planet. Aquilo is the ice planet. And then there's Gleba. Gleba is the swamp planet. Fulgora is a desert planet. Okay. So far, though, we've only visited the Nauvis, which is the starting planet, and Vulcanus, which is where we are right now. But eventually, we are going to be visiting all the other planets and doing all this other research. Once we get to Aquilo, we can do lithium processing. On Fulgora, we can do whatever the hell this is. Biochamber. Wow. On Fulgora, we can do holmium processing. That we can make an electromagnetic plant. Wow. There's so much more to this game with the Space Age expansion than there is just in the base game. It is crazy. Yo, how you doing, user 410? Welcome to the stream. We should actually... I've got an idea. While we're waiting for the electronics packs, the blue chips. While we're waiting for the blue chips, let's make another pylon substation, because the electric poles down here are getting a little bit spaghettified. You know, it's a little bit of a mess. We'll pop in a big substation. Oh, reinforced concrete. I forgot we've got all this reinforced concrete as well, which we were... Where's that gone? What did I just do with that? I don't know what I just did with that. Okay, anyway. So yeah, I was going to cover this whole thing in reinforced concrete so we could get around a bit quicker. I think we'll need a bit more than that. I want to send you something. Well, any gifts are welcome. Please don't feel pressured to send gifts, but I do appreciate them. Okay. I mean, let's just cover this, really. You know. Saul Ashbridge, that's my name. That is indeed my name. My publicly available name, which I've mentioned many times on TikTok before. This has been happening a lot to me lately. People joining the stream and being like, "Oh, I know your name. You're called Saul." Yeah, I know. It's on my profile. Like, it happened when I was playing Oddworld, when I was playing Abe's Odyssey the other day as well. Someone joined and they were like, "Oh, I know your full name. Congratulations." How did you work that one out, genius? Could it be that it's like publicly on my profile, perchance? Okay, we're using up the reinforced concrete now. How's your day going? Says SVR. It's going good, SVR. How are you doing? I'm just happy to be back in Factorio. It's been so long. Okay. I mean, I may as well just use all of it. You know, we are producing this indefinitely now, so... why not just cover the whole thing, you know? Can you play some Planet Coaster? I've never played Planet Coaster. I do think it could be something that I'd enjoy, though. A few people have suggested it in the past, and from what I've seen of it, it definitely could be something that I could see myself playing. But my schedule's just too busy for any new games at the minute, you know? Okay, there we go, that's good. I guess, yeah, we might as well build a path along here. Oh. Oh, there's a cliff there. Okay. Scratch that then. I mean, we could do it along the top instead, perhaps. There we go, that looks alright. I just wanted some way to quickly get to the sulfur mine here. What is this? This is Factorio Space Age. How much have I got left? Oh, we are nearly out of reinforced concrete. Okay, let's not go too crazy with what we got left then. There we go, that looks alright. Right, back up top. See how the blue chips are getting on. 142, okay, we're nearly there. What do? You build factories, like this one. Or, like this one. This is my main factory back on Nauvis. This is my main base. Unfortunately, we're stranded on a different planet at the minute, so we're trying to get back here, but we need to build a rocket. That's what we're working on right now. Okay. Saul Rose Ruby Ashbridge. Yep, once again, that is my publicly available full name. I'm getting kind of tired of this. Like I say, this has happened like the last 4 or 5 live streams in a row. Someone will join and they'll be like, I know your full name. Yeah, I know you do, because it's public information. It seems fun, but I probably wouldn't know how to play it. Honestly, it does have a bit of a learning curve, but once you get into it, you know, once you get into the swing of things, it's fairly intuitive, you know, it's not too difficult. I would recommend playing the base game. I'm playing the Space Age expansion, which is a lot more complicated. But if you want to like start a little bit easier, yeah, consider checking out the base game, which is just called Factorio. Okay, this is all looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Get me more reinforced concrete. Thank you. I might move some of this actually. We don't really need all this. There we go. Will that be enough to fill out this corner? I can live with that. Yeah, that's fine. That's acceptable. Are you a fan of old games? Says Bruno. Yeah, there's a few older games that I enjoy. I mean, obviously at the minute I'm playing Abe's Odyssey, which is from 1997. A big fan of the PS1 era of games. That's when I first started playing games. So a lot of childhood memories from, you know, Oddworld, Crash Bandicoot, Medieval. I love Medieval. We should play that on stream. Can you get Medieval on PC? Because that one was a big part of my childhood as well. My dad has a lot of old Sega consoles and a lot of games. Oh yeah, we had a Sega Mega Drive as well. I was obsessed with Sonic. That was basically the only game I ever played on the Sega Mega Drive. Love Sonic the Hedgehog. Especially the original, like, 2D Sonic games. I was a big fan of Sonic Mania as well, the one that came out in 2017, because it was, you know, very faithful to those older Sonic games. Okay, there's not much else to do right now while we're just waiting for the processing units to fill out here. We could maybe add a second red circuit machine, which should speed this up a little bit. Or we could use speed modules, because currently this is powered by productivity modules, which means that every now and then we'll get an extra chip. But if we use a speed module instead, then it means it'll produce chips faster. Let's try that. Let's whip a couple of those up. Mega Drive's my favourite, says Bruno. Yeah, like I say, I was never really a Mega Drive kid. I was very much PS1. But we did have a Mega Drive. I basically just played Sonic on it. Okay, I'm just waiting on these speed modules to be crafted. Oh, thanks for the gifts, by the way, guys. I've only just seen those. JK sent 5 GGs, and Matey839 sent a heart me. Thank you both very, very much. Much appreciated. Oh, what now? Oh, stop telling me that my platform is being destroyed. I know! Look at... Oh, this is terrible. This is so... There's another asteroid coming in. All of these blue bits, by the way, are components that have been completely destroyed. And all of the other ones have got damage bars on them. There's no way... There's no way we're getting to this space station. It's going to be completely destroyed before we can get up there. Which is very annoying, because it means we're going to have to build a new one from scratch. At least now we know, though. We've learnt a lesson. Our space station needs to be much, much better defended than it currently is. It took us so much effort just to get here from the starting planet. Okay, take out these, put the speed modules in. Increased energy consumption. Well, that's not a problem because we're producing plenty of electricity. I guess we'd best put speed modules in this one as well, though, in that case. Let's make a couple more. My dad had a Mickey Mouse game on the Sega Master System. Oh! I think I know what game you mean, Bruno. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember a Disney game. I remember there was like a Steamboat Willie level. I can't remember the name of the game, but I think that might be the one. That might be what you're referring to. Oh, why have our steam engines have slowed down? Thanks for following, Charlie Birch. Why have our steam engines slowed down? It can't be because of these speed modules. 2 speed modules can't have slowed it down that much, right? He sold it for £600. Damn, Bruno. Wow. Yeah, old games can be worth so much these days. I don't have many of my childhood games on physical copies anymore, but the ones that I do have, I wouldn't want to get rid of them, but I know that they could probably pull in quite a bit if I did. What was I looking for? Could we do some robots? I've never done robots. If we build a logistics robot, they can move stuff between chests. Because what I'm thinking is, I want to set up a permanent mining drill over here where the tungsten is, but it's so far away from the base, we can't run a belt all the way over there, and we don't have enough materials to build a railway over there. Could we use robots to bring the tungsten from there back to the main base? Because I've never actually done robot stuff in this game before. I think I might give that a try. So what do we need to make one logistics robot? We need one flying robot frame and 2 advanced circuits, which requires 2 batteries. How do we get batteries? Copper, iron, sulfuric acid in a chemical plant. That's easy. That's really easy. Let's get a chemical plant. Sometimes even the box can bump the price up a lot. Yeah, like I say, there's some really high-selling classic games out there. Right, so we need to put this somewhere. Did it say sulfuric acid? Sorry, for the for the battery. Yeah, sulfuric acid. So we just need to put this somewhere where it connects to the sulfuric acid pipeline, which I guess here would be fine, honestly. There we go. And then just throw in some iron and copper. Let's go and get a little bit more iron. Well, actually, we only need 2 of these. How many do we need per battery? 1 copper plate. Okay, so literally just put 2 in. And that gives us 2 batteries. Lovely. Now, where's the robot? Oh, we need an engine as well. We've already got those being made over here. We need to automate this as well, actually. That is quite a high priority. And we got a logistics robot. Like I say, this is the first time I've ever done robotics in this game. I normally move my stuff by train. I love building with trains in this game. I mean, if we go back to Nauvis, you can see all of this is railway. All of these grey lines are train tracks. We got an absolutely huge rail network. Trains are transporting things all over the place at the main base. I've just always preferred doing stuff with trains rather than robots. So this is going to be a first for me. There it is. Do I just... Wow. What? How do you work? Oh, that's cool. So there are different types of chests. Okay, active provider chest sends its content to the logistics network. Okay, so we need one of these chests at the tungsten mine. This is where the tungsten will get picked up. Then a storage chest. Oh no, not a storage chest. A buffer chest. Requests specified items to be available for personal logistics. A requester chest. That's what we need. So we need a requester chest at the other end to tell the robot where to put the tungsten. And both of those just require steel. Iron. Those are quite cheap. Before we properly set it up, though, we'd probably best do a little bit of testing with it, right? So let's make a provider chest and a requester chest. And we'll try sending something from one to the other using our new robot. So that's the provider chest. Just need to wait a second for the requester. There's the requester. Okay. Then I place down the robot. How does it... Okay. I'm not 100% sure how it works. I might have to check the guide. What if I just put something in? Just put some iron in there. Okay, that does nothing. Right. Let's have a look at tips and tricks. Requester chest. Okay, requests items from the logistics network. A logistics robot will move items from the logistics network to fulfill the requests. Okay. Active provider chest. Actively tries to push items to the logistic network. If there are no requests for an item in an active provider chest, they will be moved to entity storage chest. Okay. Do we need to build one of these robot terminals? I think they might need the terminal to, like, work properly. I guess we'll make one. It would be handy to have one anyway, even if we don't need it. So, what's a defender capsule? Interesting. We'll get to that. Okay. Roboport is what we need. So we need 45 red chips, 45 steel, 45 gear wheels. Okay, I'm going to temporarily unplug this so that we can get some red chips. This is nearly done anyway. We're very close to building the rocket silo. We still need to build the actual rocket, which is going to be 100 times more expensive, but, you know, one thing at a time. So we need some steel. And we need some iron gear wheels, which are just iron, basically. Where are they? There we go. I'm thinking we might maybe do some... I'm not sure. I'm thinking of something, but I'm not quite sure yet. I think because we can use the foundry to actually cast all these things. Like, we can cast molten iron to make gear wheels. Oh, shit. Space platform, Ashbridge Industries Space Platform Alpha was destroyed by small carbonic asteroid while in orbit above Vulcanus. The space station's gone. We have officially lost the space station completely. I was afraid that might happen. Shit. I mean, I guess the pressure's off to build to get there now. It's not there to be gotten to, but that's disappointing. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We can use these to cast metal. So instead of using a assembling machine, we can just cast molten copper straight into copper cables, for example. And we can do it. We can do it for low density structures as well. So here's what I'm thinking. We might try and set up a production line with all these foundries and try and produce all of the main foundry-based recipes. Hold on, let's see how many there are. Okay, we've got obviously the main ones are the melting, molten iron, molten copper. Then the casting, we can cast iron plates, copper plates, steel, gear wheels, iron sticks, low density structures, molten iron, concrete, sorry, copper cable, and we can do tungsten as well, and we can do metallurgic science. So there's 10 different products that we can make with the foundry. 12 if we also make pipes and ground pipes. Interesting. There's definitely some uses that we can get out of these. What's the aim of the game, says Bruno? The aim of the game is just to build a big old factory, Bruno. That's basically it. The base game, the objective is to escape. Like, the premise is that you've landed on an alien planet, and you have to get off the planet by building a huge factory to craft a rocket ship to get you home. But with the Space Age expansion that I'm playing with now, it also adds in other planets and stuff like that you can visit. Okay, I am gonna put this here, because we're gonna need to output all this to a chest, I'm thinking. There we go. Right. Can I use belts? Can I use underground belts here? 1 second. Can I put an underground belt to go up the... I can! Oh my god, I didn't realise I could do that. So we don't need all this spaghetti then. Well, that's going to save us a lot of hassle, isn't it? Right, let me get back down here. So as it turns out, we don't need all of this belt going all over the place. We can just have one that goes straight up. And we can use underground belts to skip the cliff sections. Very handy. Will Farming Sim ever make a comeback? Yes, Bruno, I'll be playing Farming Sim next Friday. How you doing today? I'm doing good, Wild Slothman. How are you doing? So here's what I'm thinking. We can just run this belt here, and whenever it encounters a cliff, we can just use... yeah, we can use an underground belt. There we go. Okay. That makes things significantly easier. Wow. Oh shit, we're not making plastic because we've ran out of coal. I didn't even think... okay, we need coal for plastic. We can just move the mining drills that we've already got. If we just move these up a little bit further. Uh, 5k, yeah, that'll do. Put them there. And we're off again. There's the coal. Have you ever played Subnautica? I have, Bruno. Big Subnautica fan. Oh, we're not getting enough petroleum through. Why are we not getting enough petroleum? Because there's not enough heavy oil. Because there's not enough coal. So it is all back to coal. Coal is the problem. Right, what I'm thinking is I'm going to flip this around. We're going to have the plastic... Oh, we can't move this because it's already almost finished. What we'll do then is we can still have the blue chip factory here. And we'll put the red chip factory... We could just put it directly below, honestly. So this one can make red chips. Yeah, there we go. So we need to feed in... Hang on. We'll feed in green chips on this side. There and there. The red chips obviously go there. And then we just need to feed in copper cables and plastic. Big sub fan, love Subway, says Wild Sloth Man. I like Subway. I'm a big Subway fan. Okay, so the plastic then can go along here. We'll have a chest to buffer it, because we got all of this spare plastic as well. There we go. We should probably have a chest to buffer the green circuits too, to be honest, because we've got quite a backup of those. I'm not sure why we're not making any green circuits right now. We'll go and have a look in just a moment. And then we need to get the copper cables here as well. How are we going to do that? Well, these will unload to... Ah! I've got an idea. I've got an idea. A rather interesting idea. We'll filter this to load copper cables. Then we'll put the copper cables onto the belt on this side. And the fast inserter can load them in. Trust me, this is going to work. There we go. Oh, we need a buffer chest again. Hang on. There we go. So once we've plugged all this in, should work. Any tips on getting over anxiety with shopping for more femme stuff before coming out? Says Wild Slothman. Honestly, Wild Slothman, I didn't really do any shopping before I came out. Not in person. I did order a few bits and pieces online, but I never went shopping until after I came out. Even now, I don't really enjoy going shopping by myself. I normally go with my sister. So, unfortunately, you're asking the wrong person on that matter. There we go. Is it working? It's not working, because this... Why does this not have power? Why does it not have power? There we go. Now it's working. How are you doing today, Saul? I'm doing good, Harrison. How are you doing? It's working! Oh, it's working, boys. I'm going to temporarily remove this so that it unloads the red circuits into here. Hey, Saul. How you doing, Brandon? Is there much annoyance if people get it wrong, says Frank. I assume you mean misgendering. I don't really have a problem with being misgendered, honestly. If people do it by accident, then I'll correct them, and if people do it on purpose, then they're just doing it to get a reaction, and there's no point in satisfying them, you know? So it really... I've never been bothered about being misgendered, honestly. I usually try to go with a buddy, but rural southern US isn't too happy about it. Yeah, I can imagine probably not the best place to live as a trans person. I would say it's kind of similar here. It's not as bad, I wouldn't say, but you know, I'm from I grew up in a Yorkshire coal mining town. I'm from like a very working class background. There is, not to stereotype, but you know, there is a certain attitude towards queer people in communities like the one that I grew up in. So I've definitely faced difficulties before with, you know, sort of general attitudes. And I can definitely understand how it can be intimidating, you know, doing that sort of thing for the first time in that sort of environment. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine, Caden. How are you doing? What a fine-looking bloke, says Luke. Good timing, Luke. We were just talking about getting misgendered and how it doesn't bother me at all. I know you're only calling me a bloke to try and get a reaction out of me. You're not going to get one. So, thanks. Okay, we need to figure out why we're not producing green circuits. Oh! Ah, right, I see, I see. Fluid ingredient shortage. Ah, it's because of the stone. It's because of the stone. So we've got too much stone. We need to start dumping some of it. Wait, how did I do this before? I think the problem is I built these foundries too close to the lava here, so there's just no room to get any other equipment in there. There we go. Please don't throw any of my copper away, just the stone. No farming sim tomorrow. Yeah, sorry, Brannon. No farming sim this week, I'm afraid. How long has it taken to build all that? This took us about 3 hours in the last live stream. We haven't really built much today. But all this, basically everything on this planet, we only landed on this planet in the last episode, so everything we've built here has been like 3 hours of work. Okay, this is looking good. We got copper cables going up the belt again. Oh, that's what... Right, so the reason we don't have any green circuits is because I haven't actually hooked the conveyor belt up. There we go, now we've got green circuits. Do you like Terraria? Says Alistair. I do like Terraria, yeah, I've got a few hours racked up in Terraria. Good game. We've also got, by the way, quite a lot of ore here that I don't think we really have much use for on this planet, because we're using molten iron and molten copper. Okay, that's better. 54. Okay, right. We can... that's enough. That's enough. Thank you. Don't need any more of that. Right, so we're only 7 blue circuits away from a rocket silo. How are you doing, says the one and only. I'm doing good. How are you today? I'm just gonna stick around here because we only need 6 more circuits. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and wait for the rocket silo to be crafted. I'm doing good. Looking forward to farming sim. There is no farm sim this week, the one and only. I'm very sorry to disappoint you. No farming sim this week. I'm on a 2-week schedule now, so it means we're only going to be playing each game once every 2 weeks instead of every week. So no farming sim this week, but I am going to be playing Train Simulator on Saturday, and then next week we're going to be doing Minecraft, farming sim, and Abe's Odyssey. Hello, Mama Spaghetti. How are you doing? Thanks for following the one and only. Yeah, I still need to publish my new schedule in the Discord. I will make sure to do that. STFC, I think you asked me in the last live stream if I was going to publish my new schedule. So I will do that. If you're in the Discord server, I will put in the main channel the current upload schedule. But yeah, the current plan is Minecraft, Farming Sim, and Oddworld 1 week, and then Euro Truck, Factorio, and Train Sim the next week. Hi, Janice, over on YouTube, by the way. How are you doing today? I'm good, you. I'm good, Mum Spaghetti, I'm good. Would you do a video on your shelves behind you, says Caden. So I have done a video on the Lego, which is, you can't actually see it in frame right now, but on the second shelf is all of my Lego. On the bottom shelf, I've got my model railway, which I could see myself doing a video on. A lot of people do ask me about the layout. Big fan of model railways. Have been since I was a kid, you know. Do you like story games, says Bruno? I do, yeah. I'm a big fan of story-driven games. Okay, the rocket silo is crafting. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's done! Yes! Rocket silo. Okay. Blue chips you can unload into a chest. Rocket silo. Oh, big piece of kit. I guess we'll just pop it right here. Now, that's the easy part out of the way. Now for the tricky part, we have to actually build the rocket, which means we need to provide rocket fuel, low density structure, and a processing unit 1,000 times. We need to provide 1,000 of each of these. So I believe you provide 10 of them, and that gets you one rocket part. But you need 100 rocket parts to build the full rocket. So we now need 1,000 processing units, 1,000 low-density structures, and 1,000 rocket fuel. We'd probably better get started. So let's check the recipes. The recipes are going to be different here on Vulcanus because we don't have the same access to materials that we have on Nauvis. So let's see how we're actually going to make this stuff. We can cast low-density structures in a foundry, which aren't too expensive, so we'll put those to one side for now. Rocket fuel needs solid fuel and light fuel, which can both be made in our refinery here, so that's not too expensive either. And what was the other thing? Blue. We've already got blue circuits. We need to speed it up a bit because at the minute it's making them painfully slowly, but we can just upscale what we've got here. So we're going to need some space. I want to build a dedicated rocket facility here because on Nauvis we don't actually have a rocket facility. You may remember way back when we were building rockets before, I was just running around from place to place, you know, pick up some blue circuits from over here, pick up some low density structures from over here. But this time I want a machine, I want a production line that actually builds the rocket parts for us, takes them straight to the silo, and basically just have automated rocket production. That's the plan this time round. Oh, the Roboport. Okay, back to the Roboport. I got distracted and forgot that we were working on that. Let me just build one of those real quick. Rangers or Celtics, says Alistair. I'm not a football person, Alistair. I don't really follow football. Okay, oof, iron plates. Let's make a Roboport. And while that's being crafted, let's do some more concrete. Why are we not making any concrete? Have we got a shortage or something again? Nope, we got plenty of stone. All of this is going to have to go. I'm going to have to completely rip all this up to make something more efficient. Like I say, the biggest mistake, I think, was that we put these too close to the lava, so there's just not enough room to put any belts or anything on the bottom side. All of this is probably going to get moved, and you know, maybe we'll get some more mining drills set up on the calcite there. We'll see. But either way, it's lacking a bit. I'm not massively happy with our output down there at the moment. Okay, we got the Roboport. Happy Thursday, Saul. Have a wonderful day. Keep up the good looks, sweetie. Thank you, Queen Marika. Thank you very much. Oh, what's... Oh, that's the... I was wondering why everything suddenly went orange. That's the range of the Roboport, then, I'm guessing. I'm not sure what's the orange and green. I'm not sure what the difference is between the two, but I guess we'll find out. Let's pop it here. It needs power. There we go. Ah, okay. Is this finally going to work now, then? If we put in some iron... Oh, do we need to actually put some iron in here to request it? It's working! Oh, that's brilliant! Okay, so this is what we need. Wow. It only takes like 3 at a time, but that is handy. So the plan is, we're going to go all the way over here where the tungsten is. We're going to put a mining drill there, and then we're going to use robots to carry the tungsten back to the main base here. That's the plan, anyway. I like listening to chill streamers in the background while I play my own game, says Bruno. Fair enough, Bruno. Fair enough. I do that as well, to be honest. When I'm not streaming, when I'm just playing games in my own time, I do the same. I'll put on another streamer and listen to them in the background. Or like a podcast or something like that. Okay, so I want to test the range of these. I think the green box is how far the robots can travel from the port. No, it can't be, because this is now giving a signal error. So it has to be within the orange zone. How would we transport stuff further than this then? Would we need to have multiple chests maybe? I think we might need to have a row of chests and then have a series of robots like that relay the stuff between each chest. That's going to get quite expensive though, because each robot needs a Roboport, right? Unless there's some kind of signal booster for the Roboport that allows the robots to travel further, maybe? Those dulcet Yorkshire tones, says Queen Marika. Yeah, honestly. I've got a newfound appreciation for the sound of my own voice, because I've had a lot of people tell me that they like just putting my streams on and just listening to them in the background, which, you know, as someone who has always hated the sound of my own voice, it's genuinely really comforting to hear that people actually like listening to me, you know? Okay. I think we'll put that to one side for a minute then, and we'll get to work on this this foundry. So, there's quite a bit of flat space over here. So what I'm thinking is I might leave that where it is for now and build a new site here, just so that this one can keep working while we're building the new one. So we're going to need some foundries. And I think I'm just going to make a bunch of them. We need steel plates, electronic circuits, tungsten cable, tungsten carbide, refined concrete, and lube. Got to get a bit of that lube in there. Oh, we got a foundry. We got a foundry factory here. Perfect. Forgot about that. The problem is the lube, because we can't really we can't build a lube pipeline. We can't be piping the lube all the way down there. We gotta We got to keep it up here where it's been made. But this is going to make foundries for us. There we go. Just make as many as you can. Just go ahead. Oh, it made one. It made... Wait, how many do we need? We need 50 tungsten carbide per foundry. Okay, let's go and get the mining drill back up and running then. We're going to need quite a lot of it. Oh wait, don't hit the rocket silo. I hit the rocket silo. Your voice is relaxing, to be fair. Thank you, Alistair. The sounds of the north, says Queen Marika. Right, let's go. Let's go set up the mining drill again. So I guess until we've got this robot thing worked out, we are just going to have to manually transport the materials back to base. Oh shit, the worm's back! We didn't kill the worm. Where were you earlier? I was literally looking for you earlier and I couldn't find you. Okay. The worm's back. This is going to be a problem because this thing... Ow. This thing's dangerous. This thing can just cut straight through anything that we build. I'm going to put the mining drill down, but we're going to have to stay here and keep a really close eye on it. Okay, it's moving away from us at the minute, which is a good sign. Wait, is it turning? It looks like it might be turning. It's turning. Shit, it's coming back. It's coming back. Why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? There's not enough sunlight. Shit. Come on, quick, 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 quick. Mine as much as you can. We don't have time. Go, go, go. Oh, God. Oh, there's another one. There's two of them. Oh, God. Oh, God. Right, we need to get out of here. This was a mistake. Shit, 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 shit. It's fast, it's fast. I didn't know they were that fast. Get in, get in, get in. Okay, we're leaving. We're leaving. What the hell? Oh, it turned around. As soon as we picked up the equipment, it turned around. So I'm guessing that they don't like the noise. Like, they don't like the sound of the running equipment. Oh, hang on, he's looping back round again. He's looping back round. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, so they seem to lose interest as soon as you pick the equipment up, so... Yeah. Weird. This is bad, though. I mean, there's another one right there. We're sitting ducks here. We're in a very, very dangerous place right now. There isn't much we can do, because we need this tungsten, but we don't have anything powerful enough to kill this guy. He's got 30,000... No, each segment of the body has 30,000 health. They're really, really hard to kill. Okay, let's head back to safety. We're going to have to rethink our strategy here. Head back into the safe zone. Okay. Shit. I wonder if maybe the tutorial could give us some information about the best way to kill it. No, it doesn't really say anything. Heating mechanics, lava processing, Vulcanus, briefing. Yeah, it doesn't really give us any advice on the enemies. Hmm. Did we... Wait, did we not... Did we make some rockets? Explosive cannon shells. Wait, how do I open the car's inventory? I forget. Oh, we've got 80 explosive shells. Right. I mean, we could try it. I'm going to do a save before we go all guns blazing, because I don't think they're going to do much damage, but we do have some cannon shells in the tank. Let's go and fire a few off and see if it does anything. Oh my god, whoa, no, whoa! Ah, lava, whoa! Okay, we're dying. We're dying. We're dead. That's scary. So what happens is, as soon as you start shooting at it, it just summons a lava quake directly beneath your feet. So that's not going to work. We can't just shoot shells at it. We need artillery. We need, like, actual artillery. Let's head back to base. Let's just head back to base and see what we can come up with. Right. Wait. Have I even researched artillery? No. Physical projectile... Where is it? Artillery. Aha! Long-range cannon mounted on a turret or... This is what we need. We need artillery. We need all the science packs. We need to get back to Nauvis. So this just brings us right back to square one. We can't do anything until we get back to Nauvis. I think we are just going to have to prioritize this rocket. I think this is going to have to be the first thing that we focus on. Because I mean... Can we make those science packs here? Can we make... What do we need? We need red, green, military, blue, yellow. We've got space, and we can get more of that from a space station. We can make metallurgic science here, obviously. What's yellow science, though? Yellow science, I think, is quite expensive. That might be really tricky to make on this planet. Where's the science packs? There we go. Oh, no. No. We can do that. We can automate that. That's what we need to do. So, fuck Nauvis. We're not going... You know, never mind going back to Nauvis. We can do the science here. We can do all the research here. We can make automation science and logistics science. They're a piece of cake. Military science is easy. Blue science, yeah. Yellow science, yeah, again. Metallurgic science, that's easy. Although we do need quite a lot of tungsten for it, so... It is going to be tricky. There's going to be a lot of just trying to sneak in and get some tungsten while the worm's not there. But once we've researched the artillery, then we can kill the worms. I think that's what we gotta do. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to stick with plan A, which is to stealthily sneak in and grab some tungsten and then get back out again as quickly as possible. Because we need those foundries. We need at least 10 foundries. Wait, how many foundries have we got at the minute? Stop moving, tank. We can't see on the map. Hold on. Let's go and investigate the current foundry situation. Okay, we've currently got 7 foundries, and we got 1 here in our inventory. Or, no, we don't have 1 here in our... We do have another one somewhere. So we got 8 foundries. We only need 2 more. So actually, we're not that far off. Let's head back up to the tungsten mine. See if we can get just a little bit more. It's going to be very dangerous because of the worm. But, you know, it's needs must, really. We honestly don't have much choice but to just try and sneak in there and get what we can and then get back out again. God, they're so huge. I don't think it's even safe to drive across where it's just been because the ground's really hot. Yeah, oh, wow. That shorts out the truck really badly. So we need to be very careful about that. Okay. I think this one here just disappeared. I think he just went underground. I think they can, like, burrow. So let's quickly put the drill down while there's no while it's not here, and see if we can do a little bit of mining. Okay, go, 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 go. Quick, quick, quick. We don't have time. Right. Mine. Quickly. Get as much as you can. Oh, we could put some speed modules in. We got 4 speed modules. Go, go, go. Quick. Fast. Mine. It's run out of electricity immediately, because it's solar powered. Fucking solar power. And we can't... Right, the thing is, we can't get any electricity pylons over here either, because they'll just be destroyed by the worms, so it has to be solar powered. This is literally the only option we have right now, is to wait until the worm's gone, sneak in, put down the mining drill, mine as much as we can, pick it all up again, get out, and repeat until we got enough tungsten. And we're going to need hundreds of this stuff. Oh, I think the worm there's disappearing. Hold on, I want to actually see if they do disappear underground. Yeah, he's up there. He's up there. But he's just disappeared off the map. It's disappeared off the map, but I can still see it. I'm really not sure about these worms. It's confusing me. Let's just focus on getting this tungsten. So we're going to need 100, which is 2 stacks. That will get us enough to make the foundries that we need. No power. It's gotten dark again. Oh shit, the worm's back. I see him. He's coming back. Whoa, pick it up, pack it up. Let's go. Let's move. Yep, hey wormy, we're just leaving. This is going to be tedious as hell, isn't it? If this is really the only way that we can get this stuff. Wow. But we did get enough to make 1 more foundry, so that's something at least. Whoa. Okay, in there. Why are the steam engines slowing down as well? Can we do nuclear power on this planet? I don't think there's any uranium on this planet. Is there an alternate power source that we could be using here? Let's check the science tree. Vulcanus, where are you? There we go. Coal liquefaction, asteroid reprocessing, rail support, speed modules, cryogenic plant. Oh, that requires a Quilo. Okay, so there's no kind of special geothermal power plant, which is disappointing because I was hoping something like that would be perfect on this planet, right? But no, it appears not. So steam engines are our only option on this planet, it seems. Oh, only 46? We need 50! We need 50 for a foundry. This is going to take forever. This is going to take such a long time to do. And it's all because of the tungsten. Like, literally, we got everything. We got steel, we got iron, we got green circuits, red circuits. The only ingredient that we don't have is tungsten. And it's going to be so hard to automate it. Has the worm gone? Is that the worm? Let's head over and see if it's gone. I mean, we need 54... No, 56 more tungsten. That's all we need. No, 54. We need 54 more. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, worm's still here. Hey, worm. Right, hang on. I'm just noticing there is a very small tungsten deposit just over here. Could we, if we set up a mining drill here, could we mine a little bit of it before the worm catches up to us? Let's see if we can get a little bit mined. We're gonna have to be quick. Okay. And, ooh. You know what, I could put all of this stuff on my hotbar. I haven't used the hotbar at all in this playthrough. I should get the hotbar placed. It'd make things a lot easier. There we go. Solar panels in the hotbar. We can't put any of the other stuff in the hotbar because we need to... Right, okay. Let's remove those. We'll sort that out later. Just get mining. See, I think we're far enough away now that the worm can't see us. Like, that's the worm. The worm's all the way over there, and we're all the way over here. I think we're far enough away from it that it can't see what we're doing. That may change. So it's absolutely imperative that you mine as quickly as you possibly can, please. At least there's only one worm per sector. That's very... That's quite generous of them to only put one of them in each sector of the map. Okay, keep going. Just keep on going. Oh, EJB Guitars on YouTube says the 30,000 figure is the total health of the worm, not each segment. Thank you, EJB Guitars. Sorry I didn't see that message earlier. I haven't really noticed the YouTube chat, but thank you very much. Steam turbines work on Vulcanus with the acid neutralization recipe since it outputs steam at a high enough temperature. Oh, interesting. I think, what are we using for our steam generators at the minute? I think we're just using basic boilers for our steam generation right now. But thanks for letting me know. The acid neutralization produces steam. That's very, very handy. And if you do have any advice on killing the worms, by all means, please let me know. But like I say, I'm thinking that artillery is going to do the job. But it's expensive, you know. That's currently what I'm working on. I'm trying to automate... I'm trying to get the science research up and running so that we can do so that we can research artillery. Okay, so far so good. We've gotten a couple of... We got over a stack of tungsten, and the worm hasn't noticed us yet. I think we'll get another stack, and then we'll head home. But it's good to know that we've got a deposit here if we do need it. Like, obviously, this is the main deposit. There's 1.3 million tungsten there. But if the worm is near the big deposit, we can always slip over here to the little deposit and... Oh! The worm's coming. The worm's coming. It's found us. Move on. Pack it up. The worm's coming. Worm alert. Moving out. You can kill the worms with about 50 gun turrets and red ammo, says EJB Guitars. Ah, okay, thanks for letting me know, EJB Guitars. 50 gun turrets and red arrows. Red ammo. Okay, red... Oh shit, we're out of fuel! No! The tank's out of fuel! Oh shit, we're right in the middle of the danger zone. I don't have any coal. I'm gonna have to fucking... Okay, I'm gonna have to run back to base to get some coal because the tanks ran out of fuel. So, red ammo is... Hang on, let me just check the recipe. Okay, yeah, I mean, we're gonna need red ammo anyway because we're gonna automate military science. I want to automate all the science production here on Vulcanus. So we can definitely automate those. And then turrets aren't too difficult to whip up. So if that's an easier way than researching artillery, then I'll definitely give it a try, you know. Okay, I'm just going to pinch a bit of coal from this belt right now. Go and refill the tank. Okay, there we go. Let's put some extra in. We should actually put some coal in the tank storage as well, so that when it runs out of fuel, we can just get some out of its storage. Because if it runs out of fuel when we're fighting the worms, you know, then we're really fucked. So, let's gather up a bit of coal from here. There we go. Right, one less thing to worry about. Right, tungsten, you are going to go in there. And you are going to give me some more tungsten carbide, correct? How much tungsten is consumed per carbide? It's 2. Right, that explained why we didn't have enough before then. So this still isn't going to get us... This still isn't going to get us enough to make another foundry. Well, we need 2 more foundries. This game seems complicated, says Bruno. It can be, Bruno, yeah. It definitely takes some getting used to. Obviously, I only touched down on this planet in the last episode, so I'm still getting the hang of all the new recipes and stuff like that. It definitely is complicated at first, but once you get things up and running, you know, it becomes a lot easier. I think we're going to run out of tungsten. Yep, there it goes. $30. We still don't have enough. We're 8 short as well. Okay. We literally need 16 more tungsten. That's it. 16 tungsten, and we will have enough to build the last foundry. We're going back. One last time. We're going back for more tungsten. I really need to get this stuff automated ASAP. Okay. Any sign of the worm? I don't see it. I don't see the worm. I hear it! I hear the worm. Where are you? I'm just going to do it. I'm going for it. Oh, also, I'm putting these on my hotbar. I'm putting all the ingredients for the mining drill in my hotbar so we can just set it up at a moment's notice in future. Right, here we go. Mining drill. Chest. Solar panels. Pylon. We're mining. Quickly, we need 16. That's literally all we need. Get 16 tungsten and we're going. We're gone. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Okay, ooh. I saw some destruction there. Oh shit, it's run out. 13! 3 more. Literally 3 more tungsten is all we need. Please. Please. Wait, is that the worm? Is that the worm? That's the worm! That's the worm! The worm's coming! Okay, we got enough. We got enough. That's all we need. Wait. 27. That's enough. That's enough. Go, 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 go. Oh, we got to drive straight towards it as well to get out of here. And we're clear. God, this planet is so nerve-wracking compared to Nauvis. Man. Are you going to take pills for your voice, says Trav? There are no pills for your voice, Trav. I'm sorry to say. Estrogen doesn't affect your voice. Okay, pop it in here. I could do voice training. That is an option, and I would like to feminize my voice a little bit, but the only other option is surgery, and I don't really want to do that. Okay, that is what I like to see. Oh, green chips, green chips. That's okay, we got plenty of those. Give me some greens. And this is going to be our 10th and final foundry. There it is. Right. So we got 3 foundries here. There's 7 more already in place, but we're going to take these down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got 10 foundries. All of this is going to be taken up. Everything in this area we're going to completely rebuild. Because we need to... We really need to be able to automate production of all the science packs. That's the main thing at the moment. The chests are going to have to stay here because they are absolutely full to the brim. But everything else can be moved for now. Oh god, there's so much crap. Right, I think that just about takes care of it. So I'm going to place down a... Oh, God. Oh, shit, I picked up the chest with all the iron in it. Well, I've picked it up now, so we might as well move it. Let's pop it up. Actually, should I move this stuff as well? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some chests up here, just to temporarily store all of this shit. There we go, one for iron, one for concrete, reinforced concrete. Oh, actually, I'll keep the reinforced concrete out because we're going to place some of that. Regular concrete. Chuck all that in there. Steel. That can go in there. And stone. Which can go in... Oh, there's not much stone, really. We can keep that in our inventory. Okay. So I really am just clearing everything right now. Let's move the copper wire thing. Let's move the... We'll move the green circuit production. We can put that somewhere else as well. We can fill in all these gaps in the concrete that were underneath machines earlier, so I didn't notice them. We're going to completely rethink this entire area. There we go. Okay. We do need the water, which we're getting from acid neutralization. I'll move them for now, but we need to remember that we need to pipe in a bit of sulfuric acid there. Right, so this is where we're now going to build our proper foundry facility. We've got 10 foundries, and there are 10 recipes using the foundry, or at least 10 that are, you know, relevant to us right now. So we're just going to cover this all, make a nice big concrete pad that we can start building on. There we go. Let me just clear these down here. Right, let's pop down one foundry and check the recipes, first of all. Okay, molten iron. So the first thing we need is molten iron from lava and molten copper from lava. Those are going to go down here next to the actual lava. Then the molten materials are going to be pumped to our other locations. We're going to have one for casting iron, one for casting copper, one for steel, one for gears, iron sticks, low density structures. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One for concrete, one for copper cable. That's 9. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're 2 foundries short. We're going to need one for tungsten plates and one for metallurgic science. Shit. So we didn't make enough. Lovely. Hi, Artistic Jasper. Hope you're well. I am well. Thank you very much. How are you doing? Oh, Autistic Jasper. Sorry, Jasper. I misread your username there. Thank you very much. I'm doing very well. How are you? Can we make... Oh, we can't make 2 more foundries. We cannot afford to make 2 more foundries. These things are fucking expensive. We need 50 tungsten. We don't have that much tungsten. We need... Okay, so we need 2 foundries. They're 50 tungsten each, but we need 2 tungsten ore per tungsten plate. So we need 200 tungsten. We need to mine 200 tungsten. Here we go again. This whole stream so far has just been mining tungsten. We haven't done anything else, pretty much. Hopefully we're nearly done with it. Oh shit, oh no, no, don't hit the worm, don't hit the worm. Hello, wormy, how are you doing? Oh, there's 2 of you, lovely. Can I just squeeze past, you know, are you gonna just let me pass by, perhaps? Thank you. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption Online at the minute. Nice one, Jasper. Have fun with it. Okay, we're going to go to the mini deposit again. Oh, there's some down here. Wait, is this a different sector? Oh, that's a different sector. That means there's going to be a new worm. Let's head into that sector then. Okay. Drill. Chest. Oh wait, I've got this on my hotbar. I keep forgetting that I've got this on my hotbar now. Solar panels and pylon. Go, 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 go. You can find some tungsten in the rocks spread around the planet, says EJB Guitars. Yes, we have mined a few of the big rocks. I still think this is more efficient though, because of the amount of rocks that we'd have to mine. But yeah, that's a good point actually. I guess if we're like just a couple of, if we're like 1 or 2 pieces short, we can just go and mine a couple of big rocks. But I do want to try and get as much as possible from the mining drills. Okay, no sign of a worm. I think you hear the worm before it appears though. I think it gives you like an audio cue that the worm's about to pop up. That might have been it. I just heard a strange sound. But I don't see anything yet. I'm keeping my ears open though. We just need 200s. That's all we need. There are some big rocks around here, actually, so I guess we could mine a couple of those while we're waiting on the mining drill. Yeah, oh wow, that one had 9 tungsten in it. Okay, we might actually be able to get a decent bit then from just mining the big rocks. Thanks for the reminder, EJB Guitars. I'm going to be honest. We did get tungsten from boulders in the last stream, but that was like 4 months ago. I forgot that that was even something we could do. Okay, that's a bit better. That's a more respectable amount. So we just need 100 more. Hello, Saul. How are you doing, Ob? Welcome to the stream. Okay, no sign of the worm. The only problem with mining all the boulders is now we've got loads of copper and iron ore to get rid of as well. We can use a foundry to melt this into malt. Worm! 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 Ah! Shit! Shit! Oh god, are we going to have time? Are we going to have time to clear everything? How are we doing? That'll have to do. We're moving on. We're moving. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God, that was a close one. I didn't think we were going to... Oh, I just didn't think we were going to get back to the tank in time. Oh shit, where are we going? I haven't been this way before. This is not the usual route that I take to get back to base. Please don't let us get lost. Okay, we're good. We're good. How much tungsten do we have? Oh, actually, we only need a little bit more, so let's mine a couple more boulders. There we go. Okay. I think that's enough. That's enough to make the 2 more foundries that we need. So just pop it in there. And give that a minute to process. Ooh, what am I doing? I'm going to dump some iron and copper in here for now. And oh yeah, we got a shitload of stone now as well. Oh, actually, we can start a stone chest. Let's head down here and put stone in one of these chests that we've set up. There we go. We should replace all of this stone with reinforced concrete at some point. Reinforced concrete's super easy to make now with the foundries. Speaking of foundries, let's get another one crafted. We need green circuits. Oh shit. Oh. We're actually, yeah, we need to be quick about this because we're not producing any new green circuits at the moment. We completely took the green circuit factory apart. Oh, I keep getting stuck on pipes as well. 27, 28. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. There's one, that's 11 foundries now. One more. Literally one more piece of tungsten as well. There we go. Okay, it's working. There it is, 12 foundries. Perfect. Ooh, excuse me. Right, this time I'm not going to put the foundries too close to the lava. We need... Let's have at least 3 blocks of space on each corner. There we go. So we'll put the first foundry here. And then we got plenty of space to put belts and, you know, loaders and stuff like that around the sides of it. I think that's going to be the best option. So we need one of these to melt, to make molten iron from lava. We need one to make molten copper from lava. There we go. And then the molten iron and molten copper. Can you store molten iron and molten copper in a storage tank? Because I think maybe it would be a good idea to store this. We'll find out. Okay, offshore pump there. Now, is this going to pump quickly enough? Let's do 2. Okay. Slight modification. You can! Yes! Okay, we can store molten lava and molten iron in storage tanks. That is very, very handy. I'm going to whip up some more pipes. And I'm going to go ahead and make 8 storage tanks, because I always put mine in a square because of the shape of the tanks. So we'll whip up a few of those. Then we'll have one here and one here. Put the recipes back in again. Molten iron and molten copper. Rotate those. Okay. Now, I don't know if we actually need these extra pipes. I think the pumps... I think they could just as easily pump into one pipe, but I don't know. We've done it now. We'll see. I'm still... I've been playing this game for a long time, but I'm still not 100% on the fluid dynamics, you know? Okay, where are we going to put the tanks? Where... I guess the most sensible option would to be just, you know, would be to just have the tanks immediately in front of the two foundries. Hold on. If we have one here, and then one there. Okay. I guess we're only using 2 of each tank then. Although, no, we could still do a square design. We could still do this. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Maybe we should have a bit of space between them, though, because otherwise the pipes are going to be in the way. And if there's one thing I can't stand in this game, it's getting stuck on pipes all the time. So let's do this instead, and have a little bit of a gap for the player to get through. And then storage tank. Oh, wait. Storage tank, storage tank. No, wait, I was right the first time. There. That's how we want it. Oh, big rock in the way. And then same again here. Right. Now we're cooking. Look at that. Put some more concrete along the bottom. Right, so this is going to produce molten copper, this is going to produce molten iron, they're going to be stored in these tanks, and then obviously we're going to pump them off to our other foundries. I'm going to put some more underground pipes here as well, so we can get around here. In fact, no. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go... We'll get rid of this pipe here. Because I think they can just work... I think they can... You can have multiple pumps pumping into one pipeline, right? Like, this will be able to handle the amount of lava that's being pumped through, right? I guess we'll see. Oh, the other problem is these are going to produce excess stone, and we do want to get rid of the excess stone. So that's a simple enough fix. We just have a belt running... Have a belt running here. Yeah, that's good. Belt running here. Just throw all that shit straight into the lava. That's what we're going to do. There we go. Right. What I will do as well, though, is I'll put a buffer chest here, because then if we do need any stone, hopefully some will build up in this chest over time. Okay, it's looking good so far. So what recipe do we want next? Iron and iron. Right. Okay. So there's 4 recipes that just require iron. Iron plates, steel, iron gear wheels, and iron sticks. Those 4... Oh, and I guess iron pipes as well. So those 5 just require iron. Copper plates and copper cables, they just require copper. So there's 5 recipes that are just iron. There's 2 recipes that are just copper. There's 1 recipe that's iron and copper. Oh, this one's just iron as well. So that's 6 iron, 2 copper, 1 iron and copper. Right? 6 iron, 2 copper. So that's 9. And we got 10. Yeah, okay, so we're good. We're good. Wait, hold on. What was the extra foundry that we needed then? Tungsten... So we're still 1 foundry short. We still need 1 more foundry. Shit. Fluid throughput issues were more or less removed in Space Age. Any number of suppliers can plug into 1 pipeline and you'll get all of their supply out the other end. Okay, thank you, EJB Guitars. That is very good to know. So basically the pipes don't have a limit to how much fluid they can pump. It just depends on how many pumps are actually pumping into it. That's very handy. That's very useful. Okay, we need to make 1 more foundry, everybody. I'm very sorry. We need 1 more. I forgot about the pipes. We need 1 to make pipes. So that we can make engines. So that we can make electric engines. So that we can make robot frames. So that we can build a spaceship. It's a whole thing. I guess we need to mine some more boulders then. I'm not going back out. We're not facing the worm again. I'll just mine it all by hand. Just mine some of these big rocks. How much we got? 40. Need another 60. Very interesting game. Thanks, Dagger. It is. I think the thing about the game is it's very rewarding because you have to figure out, you know, how am I going to set this up so that it's all automated. Like, in the beginning, you know, like I'm doing right now, in the beginning you're just manually collecting all the resources, but then you're always thinking ahead, like, how am I going to automate this? How am I going to set up the factory so that it just automatically makes all the stuff that I need to make? And it, like I say, it feels very rewarding when you finally build a huge factory and it all works as it's supposed to. It's a very great game. Okay, this might be enough actually, because we've already got 10 tungsten carbide here. And there's 3 in there, so we only need 40... We only need 37 more. Yeah, that's no problem really. We do need more reinforced concrete and more steel as well. We've got a chest for steel now, so we'll just go and grab some. I'll tell you what as well, one day I would love to play modded Factorio on stream. Oh, let me tell you, before Space Age came out, I played so much modded Factorio. I played with Crastorio, which is a huge, huge mod that adds in so much more content to the game. It would be really cool. I think once we've finished with Space Age, once we've like visited every planet and we've, you know, done all the main stuff that Space Age has to offer, if Factorio Thursday is still running as a series, it would be great to do a modded playthrough of this game. There's some really cool mods for this. Okay, hopefully this is actually the last foundry. We've now got 13 foundries. And I believe there are 13 recipes that we need the foundries for, at least as of right now. So let's put one down. Okay. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. We don't need to worry about transport belts and stuff like that. We'll make all of those in a assembling machine. Everything else, though. Perfect. So we've got enough. We got enough. Right, there's 2 that just require copper. There's 1 that requires iron and copper. The rest all require just iron. Apart from tungsten... No. Oh, okay, we're going to figure this out. Right. Casting iron requires just iron. Steel, iron gear wheels, iron sticks. Those all require just iron. Concrete requires just iron. And the pipes require just iron. So there's 6 recipes that just require iron. Right? Copper requires copper, obviously. Copper cables require copper. And molten copper requires copper. Metallurgic science requires copper. That's 3 that require copper. Never mind, tungsten plates require iron as well. So there's 7 that require... 7 recipes require iron. 3 recipes require copper. 1 recipe requires iron and copper. Okay. 7, 3, 1. 7, 3, 1. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can't fit many of these in vertically. I guess we could go horizontally. Let me switch these around. Let's have the bottom one do copper. And the top... Oh, no. Wait. Bottom one do copper, and the top one do iron. There we go. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to put 7 foundries along the top here. Making sure there's a 3-block gap again. There we go. And actually, we're going to need to run the pipe along like this. So then we're going to need another gap. Like so. And then the foundries are going to go along the top here. Excuse me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Could we maybe not have them over the calcite deposit, though? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one of them is going to have to go on the calcite deposit. Okay, but all of these are going to be these are going to be the recipes that require only iron. So we'll go concrete. I guess we'll do concrete at this side because it also requires water, so we can get the water set up here. Then we'll go iron plates, steel, iron gear wheels, iron sticks, tungsten. No, iron pipes, and then tungsten plates. Right, those are our iron foundries. Connect these all up to the pipeline. Oh, wait, hang on. They all need to be... No, these ones don't need to be reversed. This one needs to be... How do we... Yeah, if we press H, that flips it. So the water's going to have to... The water's going to have to, like, awkwardly come round the side, but that's not the biggest problem. You know, that's not the biggest... it's not the end of the world. These can all just go like this. A couple more underground pipes. There we go. A few more regular pipes. And I guess we'll make some more underground ones. Let me go get some more iron. Okay, it's looking good so far. I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing it starting to form, you know. Hello again, went for some food. Hi, Bruno, welcome back. Okay, then I'm going to do this. There we go. I just want to... Basically, I want to minimize the number of above-ground pipes, because above-ground pipes are very annoying. You can't walk through them. They just block your path. We're going to try and get as much of the pipe is going to be underground as possible. That's pretty good. I like that so far. So... most of these require just iron and nothing else. This one also requires tungsten, so we'll come back to that later. This one also requires stone bricks and water. Now that does pose a bit of a problem, because how are we going to get the stone bricks here? I guess there is quite a lot of room here, so we could have an electric furnace. And then if we reverse the direction of this belt... yeah, let's not dump into the lava. Let's not dump the spare stone into the lava just yet. Instead, we'll have a big old steel chest. There we go. We'll put a steel chest here. We'll load all the stone into this, and then that'll go into the electric furnace to make stone bricks. Then we can load that into the concrete machine. Oh shit. Oh. Ah, bollocks. Okay, we'll do it the ugly way then. We'll do it like this. I don't like that. It looks weird. We didn't put a big enough gap. I'm going to move it all. I'm going to move the whole thing one block further north, because I don't like how it's turned out. We didn't leave enough of a gap between the pipes. Oh, there's a gap in the concrete there as well. No matter how hard I try, there's always a gap in the concrete somewhere. There we go. In fact, before we put the foundries back down again, let's make sure that we've covered this in concrete. There we go. And over this side. That's better. And should we go all the way down and complete the square? I think we should, because there's going to be some foundries here as well for copper smelting. That'll do. Right, now we need to put all the foundries back down again. One... oh, hold on. Wait. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put all the recipes back in again. So you're going to do concrete, you're going to do iron plates, you're going to do steel, you're going to do cogwheels, you're going to do sticks, you're going to do pipes, and you're going to do tungsten. Lovely. And then a little bit more concrete. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with this. Maybe just a little bit more concrete on this side. Why not? Treat yourself. There we go. That's enough concrete. Hey Alex, how you doing? Right. So now, I literally did all of that just so that we could have the belt go this way, which looks a lot nicer. There we go. It's all neat and tidy now. Isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? Put some more concrete in. And get rid of this boulder. I don't want that boulder. Go away. Thank you. Okay. So, we just need to get water into here now, and we need to make water with the chemical plant. Because we're going to do some liquefaction. Not liquefaction, acid neutralization, which produces steam, and then the steam can be condensed to make water. Right, how do we want to set this up then? Because I want it to be nice and neat and tidy, you know? I want it to be fairly even. I mean, look, there's no two ways about it. There's going to have to be a pipe going up the side here. There's no other way to get the water in there, so it's going to have to run up this side. Yeah, it's not so bad. So then we could... Actually, yeah, we could just put a chemical plant here. Or put a chemical plant there. This isn't going to increase the output, but I just think it looks a bit nicer if both pipes are connected. And then another chemical plant there. And look how perfectly it fits. So you're going to neutralize acids. You're going to turn the acid into water. That's going to be combined with stone bricks and molten iron to make concrete. Perfect. And the concrete is going to unload. I think we're just, for now, I'm just going to have everything unload to a wooden chest. We don't want a huge backlog of anything just yet. Well, I guess iron chest is the best we can do. So we'll just unload everything to an iron chest for now. But obviously, eventually, this is all going to be taken up to the main factory by belts. And we're going to do all the science production. We'll limit these. We'll limit these to 10 stacks. You're very smart. I don't think I could play this game, says Alex. Honestly, Alex, it's not too difficult once you get the hang of it. I definitely start with the base game. I'm playing with the Space Age DLC, which is a lot more complicated. But honestly, it's got a bit of a learning curve, but once you get into it, it's not too difficult, honestly. Okay, there we go. So, that's it for the iron production. So the next thing we need to do is the copper. There's 3 copper-based recipes. I guess we could just put the foundries like this, maybe? We're going to have 1 for copper plates. We're going to have 1 for copper cables. And we're going to have 1 for metallurgic science. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because the one that does metallurgic science also needs tungsten carbide and tungsten plates, which are being produced up here. So maybe the top one should be for tungsten carbide. I've played games like Oxygen Not Included, but I've heard Factorio is a whole different level. Yeah, I would say it's probably a step up in difficulty from Oxygen Not Included. And it can be very daunting when you first get into it, but like I say, I really don't think it's too bad once you get into the swing of things. There's also a demo. It does have a demo. So if you like want to check out the game, if you're not sure how you're going to find it, it does actually have a really good demo. I played the demo before I bought the game, because look, let's be honest, the game's £30, and when you pay £30 for a game, you want to know that what you're getting is going to be worth it, right? So I was extremely skeptical about paying £30. I was like, there's no way this game's worth that much money. So I played the demo, and as soon as I finished the demo, I was like, this game is worth that much money, and I bought the game immediately. So definitely try out the demo if you're a bit on the fence about the game. I think it is 100% worth it. Ah, okay. Wait, I've had an idea. Had a brainwave. So what if we put a foundry here, here, and here? Oh, wait, this one needs to be a bit lower. There we go. Line them up with those ones on the other side. Right, so this one's going to do... oh, wait. No, that's going to pump iron into it, isn't it? Shit. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll put one here. Yep. That's it. And this one's going to make tungsten plates. No. This one's going to make metallurgic science, which requires tungsten plates. So the tungsten plates are going to have to come down from here. That's going to be a really simple belt. Just bring them straight down. In fact, we can put that in right now, just so we know where it's going to be later. But it also needs tungsten carbide, which is going to have to be produced elsewhere. So we'll come back to that. But the tungsten plates and the molten copper, not a problem. And that's going to make metallurgic science, which will need to go into our research facility once we get that up and running. This one here is just going to make simple copper plates, and they can unload to a chest. And then we'll do one more further down. There we go, and that one's going to make copper cables, which are going to be pumped up to our science pack production facilities eventually. There's a lot of eventually. There's a lot of things that we're gonna not be doing today, but we'll get round to, you know. Oh wait, we can put that one block higher. Put it there. Okay, so that one does the copper cables. Right, rotate. Okay, there we go. So now we're going to need 2 more iron chests, because we're just going to unload these straight into chests again, as we did earlier. We don't need to worry about metallurgic science, because it's not actually going to produce anything just yet, but eventually that'll get pumped out as well. So the only thing we need now is the one that does... Oh, there's one that requires both iron and copper, right? Which is the low-density structures. Now, these are really important. We need these to make rockets, which is going to get us off this planet. So we absolutely need to make sure we place that somewhere. I'm just wondering, actually. I think we've made a mistake in the placement of these. Bear with me a second. Because surely the machine that... the foundry that does iron and copper should go in between the iron and copper tanks, right? This is the iron tank, this is the copper tank. It only makes sense for the machine that requires iron and copper to go right in the middle. Yeah? Because then we can do this. There we go. And then it just needs plastic, which is going to come from somewhere up top. Wait, how we... Let me just go and check on the plastic output. Ah, coal liquefaction, right. So... I'm not sure if I want to make the plastic up here or if I want to make the plastic down here. Right, if we make the plastic down here, we have to bring the coal down and then send the plastic back up again. Whereas if we make the plastic up there, we just have to bring it down... Wait, no. We'll make the plastic up there. We'll just assume... for now that plastic is going to be coming in from up there. So we'll have a little... Can I... We'll run a belt between. There we go. So this belt here is going to bring in the plastic. And that's going to make us our low-density structures, which will unload into a chest. What next? Now we need to put back the 3 iron foundries that we removed earlier. The 3 copper foundries that we moved earlier, sorry. So what if we actually put these in a line that... What if we line these up with the ones that we got up top? I think that works. And is there a big enough gap here for... There is a big enough gap there, but not if we want to run a belt through. I'm going to move them down 1 block further. And we should have just enough room to fit these in. That's it. And they do line up with the top ones. So, we need 1 for copper plates. We need 1 for copper cables. We need 1 for tungsten plates. And the 1 for tungsten plates is directly opposite the machine that makes the tungsten plates. So we can just put a belt straight down the middle there. And... bingo. Oh no, wait, hang on. That's supposed to be metallurgic science. There we go, metallurgic science is going to be produced there. We also need to bring in tungsten from... shit. We need to bring in tungsten from up top as well, don't we? So... or we could bring it in from the side, maybe. Let's assume for now that we're bringing in tungsten from this side. It has also completely slipped my mind that we need calcite over here to make molten copper and molten lava. Molten iron. Shit. Okay, not the end of the world. This is why I left space for belts. We just need to run a belt along here. But that's not going to go under there. Oh, we're going to have ugly belts again. I don't want ugly belts. I tried so hard to make this so there wouldn't be ugly belts. Can we make a fast belt? We can. Let's make a fast belt because they're a bit. They can go a bit further in the underground sections. I think they might be just long enough to get under here. And then a regular belt under there. And then we just need some calcite mining drills here. In principle, this can work. If the red belt... oh, it will. The red belt goes under. There we go. Okay. Now we just need some mining drills for the calcite. I guess the best option... I think the best option would be to start mining from this end, where we're closer to the factory, because then, once this is clear, we can start building on top of it. So we'll put the first set of mining drills just right next to the factory area here. There we go. Move these belts. And then I'm going to reroute this belt here slightly. And we're going to assume for now that tungsten is going to be coming in from up top, because that's where the current tungsten machine is. There we go. So these are going to bring... this one's going to bring down plastic. Yeah, this one brings down plastic. This one brings down tungsten. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. There we go. I think that's it. Now we just need to hook it all up. Okay, there and there. 2 more regular pipes. There and there. And 3 chests to load the stuff out. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything, unless I've forgotten something, which is highly likely. We'll find out in just a moment. But all we need to do now is hook up the power, and in theory this is going to work. We'll use substations. We'll put a substation here, and then another substation. Wait, is that first one gonna... Oh shit, there's a pipe in the way, and the cable won't reach. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, we'll put one here. These 2 in the middle aren't gonna reach though. Let's hang on. Okay, we can get one there. And one there, which forms a square. I guess we could make one and put it right in the middle. Let's go and get a little bit of plastic. There we go. Because if we put one in the middle, it should connect to the other 3, to the other 4. Oh wow, it's 20 to 6. I didn't realise how late it was. We've been playing for 2 hours 40. So I think what I'm probably going to do is get this up and running, and that will probably take us through to the end of the stream. But we are getting close to automating all the science packs. Once we've done this, we'll be producing all of the metals again. Okay, I'm actually going to put this... here. Let's make one more. Thanks for following, Finley McNeil. How are you doing? Okay, this looks... It looks bad. I'm not going to lie. There we go. Ah, yeah, we can move these 2 up top. Let's try and maximize our coverage here, because we are going to eventually be placing equipment up top as well. So let's try and make sure that we're placing these as efficiently as possible, you know, nice and spaced out evenly. There we go. And then one... Oh, don't place that one yet, because I don't want it up. I don't want it to actually start running yet. But we're going to place the last one there to complete that square. And then what else will need to be hooked up? I think that's everything down here. Yep. And yeah, if we... So actually we just need one more here. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Oh, that's going to be just out of range. Okay, we'll put some regular ones down. Good, you. I'm good, Finley. Yeah, I'm good. Can't complain. Oh, shit. There's no... Oh, bollocks. Okay, put you... It's going to have to go there. But that doesn't reach. Doesn't reach. There's going to have to be a tiny bit of overlap, but that... it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look awful. Okay, so here we go. Last one. Moment of truth. This should all start working. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. The calcite's coming in. We actually have a load of spare calcite as well, so maybe I should... maybe we should use up the spare calcite first. Okay, oh, molten copper going in. Molten iron going in. Oh my god, they're all working. Oh, they're so fast as well. We got iron plates. We got steel. We got cogwheels. We got iron sticks. We got iron pipes. We got copper plates. We got copper cables. The only thing we don't have... Whoa, my god, we got copper cables. Look at that. This is so fast. The only thing we don't have is metallurgic science and tungsten plates. Everything else is working. Okay, we need to pick up the stone chest because we absolutely desperately need to use up all this excess stone, so I'm going to pile all that into here. We're going to pick up the steel chest and we're going to load all the steel into here. Take off the filter. There we go. And then we're going to take the iron. We're going to load all that into here. And all the concrete into there. Okay, so we've now cleared the backlog of all of our materials. And we're producing quite a lot of new ones as well. Oh, this isn't getting molten... Oh, H. H. Whoa, we had this the wrong way around. There we go. Why is this... Oh, this needs calcite. Shit. We need calcite for iron, for liquefaction. Hold on, hold on. We'll just take a couple of stacks for now. We'll just take a stack for now and kickstart it. We need calcite up here. I didn't even realise. Oh, bollocks. Okay, it's not the end of the world. We can have a dedicated mining drill here for the liquefaction. Rudder belt up here. And then along here. Yep, that'll do perfectly. Oh, we need more belts. We're out of belts. And if all goes well, we should be about to start producing concrete. Well, we're already producing concrete, but you know what I mean. There it goes. Oh, whoa, we're out of power. Oh shit, no. Oh, bollocks. What's... Oh, why? Why? Why is everything stopped? No calc... No, shit! Oh, I fucked this quite badly, actually, again. We were supposed to be sending calcite up there as well. Okay, we could use a splitter. We could use a splitter. We got some spare calcite. It is a good job we have a lot of spare calcite, because, wow, we need it. I forgot so many things. There's so many recipes that need calcite that I forgot needed calcite. Okay, get the calcite in there, quickly. There we go. And... Wait, are you doing that as well? Yeah. Okay, Okay, we need some solar panels. We need to just quickly jumpstart this machine. As soon as the steam engines start working again, we're good. Afternoon, sweetheart. Hi, Dad. How you doing? Dad's in the chat, everybody. Say hi. Oh, wow, that's slow. Let's disconnect this. And then disconnect this. Should speed it up a little bit. I guess put down some more solar panels as well. I'm good, just going to do some farming. Nice one, have fun. Okay, that's better. Come on. Oh, we've done it. The steam generators are working again. Connects everything back up. And we are now producing everything. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's so satisfying when you finally get it working and it just does what you want it to do. Look at this. We are now producing sticks, pipes, gears, steel, iron, concrete. We're producing copper plates and copper cables. The only things we need now are tungsten carbide and tungsten plates. This is going really well. It's a success. I'm going to do a big save. And it's 10 to 6 as well, so we've made pretty good time today with, you know, coming up to the end of the stream. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we need to do before we finish up. This is amazing. I'm really happy with this, genuinely. It's not the most efficient, you know, it's not perfect, but this is really good stuff. This is kind of exactly what I was picturing, to be honest with you. Oh, we need to get plastic down here as well. We can do that now. That's the last thing we'll do before we end the stream then, is we'll get some plastic down here. Let's make some more underground belts. And some more regular belts as well. Just add a few more belts on there. So we should be able to just go in a straight line now. Now that I know we can use tunnels to go under the cliff sections. There we go. Oh, and it perfectly lines up as well. Look at that. We'll need to move this pylon, but... Then we just have a loader here. That's going to take the plastic down for us. We can remove this belt for now. We are going to need to get green circuits up here, obviously, but we'll sort that out next time. We don't even have green circuit production at the moment. We'll probably squeeze that in here somewhere. We have got a bit of space here to put down... Well, actually, we've got quite a lot of space to put down some assembling machines. So I'm thinking green science and maybe engines, because engines just require... Everything we need for an engine is being produced right here. Like, literally, these three ingredients. Steel, cogwheels. In fact, if we switch this round... If we do this one to make pipes, and this one to make sticks, then all of the ingredients we need for mechanical engines are right here in these three machines, which is absolutely perfect. Oh, we're producing low-density structures! Yes! Okay, this is good. One thing I am noticing is we seem to be running low on iron. Ah, okay. There's nowhere for the stone to be output from this machine. Well, that's an easy fix, actually. We can do this. There we go. I guess, actually, technically, we only need stone from one of these machines to be processed. Like, the stone from the iron machine can be processed, and the stone from the copper machine can be dumped. I don't think we need that much stone. So if we dump... Yeah, if we just dump this stone into the lava, and then this one here can provide stone for the concrete production. Because that's completely full now. No, that's still not going to get... That's still not going to output, though, is it? Okay, let's just have both of them unload into the lava for now, then. And we can reinstate that belt whenever it runs low. This is still going to be a problem, though. I think we need both of them to unload separately. Oh, we don't quite have enough room here. I'm thinking. Low-density structures are coming through, though, which is good news. We need to be... See, the problem is... Ah, okay, wait, never mind. It looks like it's catching up. The problem is this loader here needs to... This one has to stop whenever there's stone already on the belt. So, oh, what if we were to do... It's not an easy fix. Oh, wait, it is an easy fix. Hold on, it's a very easy fix. I know exactly what we need to do. We need to do this. There we go. So now the stone from the iron foundry will unload on the left-hand side, and the stone from the copper foundry will unload on the right-hand side, so they'll never be blocking each other. Extend the belt next to lava and have two taking it off. You've got one putting it on and two putting it on and one taking it off. Good point, EJB Guitars. So this is still gonna cause problems, right? So what if we were to do this? Bingo. Okay, I think we've solved the stone backup problem. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Eventually this will run out of stone and we'll need to provide more, but that's not going to happen for a very long time. I mean, we're chock full of concrete right here. This is great. I'm really happy with this. So what else do we need for rocket parts? Sorry. Let me just go and double check at the rocket silo. Okay, low density structures, rocket fuel and processing units. Obviously we need a special processing unit facility, which we'll sort out next time. Rocket fuel is not that expensive, to be honest. We can probably produce that up here if we repurpose some of this equipment up top. So I think the only things that I actually want to produce down at the foundry are red and... no, green circuits and mechanical engines. I think that's the best, yeah. Because a mechanical engine requires steel, iron, and pipes, which are all right here. Like, literally, we just need 3 inserters to insert into there, and we've got... You know, we could do a row of these, a row of engine processing units, and then we might be able to squeeze in a green circuit processor here as well. Or maybe just up here, perhaps? We've got options. We've got options. Actually, another thing that I do want as well is to reprocess this concrete into reinforced concrete. So we'll need a little bit of space for that. I think that's just an assembling machine job, though, right? Reinforced concrete, steel plates, iron sticks, concrete, and water. We're getting all of that right here once again, so that's not particularly complicated. Evening, Wayne. How are you doing? Let's go here, then. Actually, oh, this would be a perfect place to try out the robots. Rather than having, like, belts, you know, rather than having spaghetti belts everywhere, this would be the perfect place to use the robot. The logistics robot. Had a good day? I have, Wayne. Thank you very much. Very good day. Okay, yeah, so if we pop this... Okay, if we put it somewhere like this, for example, the orange box has to cover as much of the foundry as it can. Oh, we should have put in some dedicated space for this, to be honest. Because it's not going to be able to fetch the copper or concrete. Really, the best place for it would be exactly where we've got this massive tank of molten iron. That's where it really should be. That literally would be the perfect spot for it. But it won't go there. It will go here. But then the steel... No, then the iron plates and concrete are just outside the buildable area. Wait, hang on. We don't need copper for iron. We don't need copper for reinforced concrete, do we? No. So we'll stay up here for now, then. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, I've decided what I'm going to do. We're going to put our assembly machine here, and this is going to make reinforced concrete. We're going to pump the water in from right here. There we go. We're going to pop a inserter here with a requester chest. And the requester chest is going to request concrete, iron sticks, and steel plates. Steel plates. Iron sticks. Concrete. Now, we might be better off with 3 of these, actually, because I'm not sure if the chest is just going to fill up with 1 material. But this is just a test run. You know, this is just to make sure that it all works the way that I expect it to work. And then in the next stream, we can concentrate on, you know, making it work efficiently. So what I'm thinking is, can we replace all of these with provider chests? And then we don't actually need any belts at all. We can do it all with requesters, perhaps. Like, if we put one here... Yeah. I think this is going to work, you know? We just need to place down the actual RoboPort. I know it's gone past 6 o'clock. I'm just going to get this working. Because this will be a perfect place to end the stream if it does work. Okay, and then the RoboPort can go... The RoboPort can go right here, to be honest. That's, you know, as good a spot as any. Okay, so, moment of truth again. What should happen right now is as soon as I place down the RoboPort, it should send out the robot, which will start collecting the sticks, concrete, and steel. It'll take them to this chest here, and that'll start producing refined concrete. That's the theory. Let's see if it works. Oh, oh. It's working. Oh. Oh my god, it's working. It's not taking any sticks, though. Okay, we've got a problem. This is a bit concerning. It's not taking any sticks. You gotta take the sticks, man. Is it because I've set this to 100, so it will get 100 of each before it moves on? I think that might be the case. Right, how much of each material do we need then? Because we can balance this a bit. We need one... right, we need 20 iron, 1 steel, and 8... right, 20 concrete, 1 steel, 8 sticks. So we'll set this to 20. We'll set this to 1. And we'll set this to 8. And it should then bring the perfect amount of each material, right? It's still not fetching the sticks, though. I don't know why. Do we need a second drone, maybe? Can it only fetch a certain number of products, perhaps? I mean, we need to make 2 more batteries for another, though. Okay, let me just very quickly go and make a couple of batteries. Batteries, 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 batteries. Where are you? Where are the batteries? Oh, we need a chemical plant for batteries, don't we? Okay, what was this? This was electric engines. Wait, do we need a chemical plant for batteries? How do we... yeah, chemical plant. Okay. Oh, we've got a chemical plant here that makes batteries. I'm so forgetful. We literally did this like half an hour ago. Well, an hour ago. Let's make a few extras, actually. Because I'm guessing the more robots, the better, right? You need as many robots as you can, because they'll move things quicker. So let's get a few extras put together. Oh, he's going for the steel. He's going for steel. Yes! He's gone for the iron sticks. Not steel, he's already got steel. He's gone for the iron sticks. Okay, he's going to put the iron sticks in. It's going to start crafting. Need a couple more. There he is. Oh, yes! Okay, we've done it. We've automated the production of reinforced concrete. Wow. If 1 doesn't do it, try 100. If 100 won't do, 10,000 surely will, says EJV Guitars. Very true, very true. Just brute force it, right, you know? If 1 robot's too slow, just add more robots until it's fast enough. Okay, there we go. Let's make a couple more. This is pretty cool, though. Like I say, I've never used robots in Factorio before. I've always transported things by belt or train. I've never really even looked into how the whole robot logistics side of the game works. But this has so much potential, you know? Like, this is going to be so useful. Because we can do one for the... we can do one for engines. In fact, let's get one set up for engines as well. Why not? I mean, the engines one is literally... We can just put it right here. Put a request a chest here. Set this to make engines. That's it. It really is as simple as that. Just gotta wait for it to make the last robot. We got 4 currently, and we're making a 5th one. Oh, these guys are cool. I can't believe I've never tried these before. This has got me super excited to get back into Factorio, by the way. I definitely want to make this a regular series this time. I want to make sure we're doing this as often as we can, because wow, I feel like this has opened up so many doors. Okay, 1 steel, 1 iron, 2 pipes. Pipes, there we go. Look at that, we're making engines now as well. Oh wait, that's supposed to be a gear. Oh, this is brilliant. Look at the robots! Look at them flying about, picking stuff up, carrying it about. This is amazing. This is really cool. We could have one for green production packs as well. Green processing units, sorry. Oh. Okay. I think this is a good place to end it. This is really cool stuff. I'm loving the logistics robots. I'm loving the foundries. We've now automated the production of pipes, cogs, steel, you know, low density structures. We got tons of these. Look at this. This is coming together really nicely. I'm really excited for next week now. Well, not next week, but the week after. So what I think we're going to do in the next Factorio stream is we're going to try and automate all of the science packs. I really want to research artillery. Which means at the very least we need to automate the production of red, green, grey, blue, yellow, and metallurgic science. That's 6 different science packs that need automating, as well as space science, but obviously that's got, you know, you get that from sending rockets to space, so we'll sort that out at a future date. But it would be really cool if we can start to basically... You've seen the factory on Nauvis. You've seen our starting factory. I want a factory as big as this on Vulcanus. That's the plan. I want something of this scale here on Vulcanus. That's what we're eventually going to be doing. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Next time I play Factorio, we'll work on the automation. But this is... I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with all with everything that we've managed to get automated so far. We do need to provide more electricity as well. We are currently way over consuming our electricity, so that's something else we'll have to sort out next time, is adding some more steam engines, you know, getting a bit more energy being generated. But for now, I honestly couldn't be happier with what we've done today. It's been so good getting back into the game after so long away from it. I'm really looking forward to playing more. This has been cool. This has been really cool. I'm going to do a save. I'm going to exit the game. But don't go away. I'm going to do my usual wrap-up before we end the stream. But yeah, wow. I've had a lot of fun today. I'll say that much for a start. Okay, let me just... Where's my TikTok chat gone? There we go. Okay, switching over to big camera. Put the music on. There we go. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining me today for the first Factorio Thursday in 4 months. It has been so much fun. I forgot how much I enjoyed this game. It's really been so much fun diving back into it. And we actually got a lot done, you know. In the first half of the stream, I really didn't think we were going to get much done. But in the second half, we pulled it together. And we've now automated a lot of the Foundry recipes, which is really great. Yeah, I'm just really happy with what we've done today. I am going to have to end the stream in a moment because my voice is starting to go, as you can hear. As it often does when I've been talking for 3 hours straight. But thank you for joining. I've had a really fun time. Like I say, I really want this to be a regular series. I've tried like 3 times now to make this into a regular series, and every time something ends up getting in the way. But I really do want to try and make this a regular thing. I love this game. I really want to play more of it. So join me in a couple of weeks' time for another installment of Factorio Thursday. In the meantime, the next live stream is going to be Saturday. I'm going to be playing Train Simulator. Another fantastic game. Been a while since we played that on stream as well. But I'm super excited to get back into Train Sim. There's a lot of new content that's come out since the last time I played, and you know, lots of great drives for us to do. So join me on Saturday if you want to see me play Train Sim, and then the next stream after that is going to be Minecraft Monday. It's been a while. I feel like, obviously we've only just moved to the 2-week schedule, but it already feels like it's been so long since we played Minecraft. And I know some of you out there are craving a Minecraft Monday, so don't worry. It will be coming next week. Next week's going to be Minecraft, Farming Sim, and Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. But yeah, that's about it from me for today. So thank you for joining. Please follow if you haven't already, and you know, go and subscribe over on YouTube if you're watching over there. I want to give a quick shout out to EJB Guitars over on YouTube. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful today. You know, you've given me a lot of useful advice and a lot of useful tips for the game. This is the first time I've played the Space Age DLC, so I'm really still getting the hang of it. But thank you very much to EJB Guitars for helping me out today. It's been very much appreciated. Where was I? Oh yeah, follow me on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube. Absolutely, you know, just follow me wherever you want to. If you want to join me on Discord or Instagram or Blue Sky, there's links in my bio on TikTok, and there's links in my About section on YouTube. And if you would like to support me financially, please do consider checking out my Patreon. Huge shout out to Kate, Jess, Danny, Riley, P, Charlie, and Dan for supporting me over on Patreon. Thank you very much, guys. It's very much appreciated. If you want to get your name on this board and get a shout out on stream and get access to behind the scenes content, check out my Patreon. It only costs £1 a month. There's a link in my bio for that. Thank you again, Kate, Jess, Danny, Riley, P, Charlie, and Dan. That's everything from me for today. I'm not going to talk for too long because I have a habit of talking for way too long at the end of the streams. That's everything. I'll see you on Saturday for Train Simulator. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, TikTok. And bye-bye, YouTube. Thank you once again, EJB Guitars, for helping me out today. You really have helped with some very useful advice, so thank you very much. And thanks everyone else who's joined today on YouTube as well. A bit of a livelier YouTube stream than we normally have, so I'm quite happy about that. But that is going to be it from me for today. I'll see you on Saturday for Train Simulator. Same time, same place, 3 PM GMT. Bye-bye.